Good evening, folks. This is DRM News with a major update rocking the global stage. The Kremlin has just dropped a bombshell about next week's planned summit between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. A top Russian official is calling it a historic chance to set the record straight and boost ties, economically and beyond. We are now bringing you to Moscow, where Putin's special envoy, Kirill Dmitriev, is speaking to journalists about President Trump's expected meeting with Putin.
We also note that there is a very important dialogue with the United States of America in various areas, and many of Russia's opponents are trying to disrupt this dialogue, trying to interfere with it, trying to misinform the U.S. leadership about various facts. And this dialogue allows Russia to clearly convey its position, for example, that the growth of the Russian economy has significantly exceeded the actual stagnation that is occurring both in Britain and in the EU economy, that Russia is coping very well with various forms of pressure on the Russian market, and of course that Russia is open to a creative and constructive dialogue with the United States. The summit between the Russian and U.S. leaders that is planned, we hope, for next week, of course, can become an important historical event, an event when Russia's position will be clearly conveyed to President Trump. And we hope that this dialogue will continue even more actively, including in the economic direction. We see that joint investments, including with U.S. investors, in projects in the Arctic, in rare earth metals, and infrastructure projects, can be mutually beneficial for both Russia and the United States. And we see that we can also develop joint investments in technology companies and many others. Of course, as the dialogue bears fruit, it will also bear economic fruit. We have talked about how American companies have lost over $300 billion by leaving the Russian market. We see significant interest from American companies to return, and accordingly, we believe that restoring the dialogue between Russia and the United States will also bear good economic fruit for both Russian companies cooperating with American companies and American investors who want to actively enter the Russian market.
С американским, так и американским инвесторам, которые хотят активно входить на российский рынок. Спасибо. Все, спасибо.